So after they go ahead and they put your arms back, they start to put some iodine on you after the tarps are put up. They put it all throughout your belly. I do believe they put it like basically all up to the top of your rib cage, right under your breasts. At least that's where they put mine, I think. I'm pretty sure it was like right around there. And you basically don't even know what's happening. I was a little worried because I asked where Colt was, and they allow you one person in the room, one for cesarean nowadays. I was told two, but only one. They don't allow that person to come in right away. They get you ready first, and it's about 15 minutes maybe. Well, Colt honestly thought they forgot about him, and I thought they forgot about him too. Everybody in the room, though, they were carrying on, they were hanging out, they were acting like it was no big deal, singing songs and jamming. And I asked them, I said, "Can you please be a little quieter because you're scaring me?" And the anesthesia guy said, "Oh, sure." And his name was Scott. He was a really nice guy. He was asking me questions and everything. Well, I asked him, I was like, "So where's Colt?" He goes, "Oh, Colt's coming in." He goes, "His name's Cole or Colt?" I said, "Colt." And he said, "Oh, Cole." And I'm like, "Colt. Like, you don't know. Like, listen to me, please." And it was just something. So he pointed at the stool that was next to me, which my head was back, so I couldn't really see much. But I turned and looked, and he said, "Colt's going to sit right here. He's going to keep you company right here with me." So I said, "Okay, whatever." While I'm laying there, Colt finally gets to come in. He has a mask on. He comes up close to me, and I look up. I didn't take off my glasses. I just had to take off my earrings and my necklace and stuff. But I looked up, and I almost punched him, like, in the face. I didn't know who it was, and I mean, my fist got ready because he got really close to me. And he kissed my forehead through his mask. He told me he was going to be okay. And my world was, like, lifted. Like, just to have him there for my support was amazing. You don't really know what true love is until you find somebody like that. And then for them to come in for some kind of procedure that you have to go through and be there for you is just wonderful. But so he was sitting there the whole time. I noticed that this Scott, the anesthesia guy, asked him, "Do you want to see?" And he said, "See what?" And he goes, "You want to see her being born?" Because they said, "Oh, Rachel, you're gonna feel a little tug right now, and then you're gonna feel." They said, "Take a big breath of air. You're gonna feel like all your air is being let out." So I don't remember specifically if I did take a big breath of air. I think I just breathed normal. But then all of a sudden you hear, and it was them cutting me open. I didn't know they were cutting me open. It was really weird. Um, but they said that Jill was gonna put some pressure on my stomach, which I assumed it was to push the stomach down so they could take Novelle out. Now, when this happened, Audrey said, "Okay, are you ready?" And then my whole right side was hurting. I mean, I could feel the right side pained through the anesthesia, the morphine, through everything. It didn't hurt. It just felt like there was a bunch of pressure, like a pressure when you get your tooth drilled, but without Novocaine kind of thing, because that's what I do. I don't do Novocaine. I'm scared of needles. But that's what it felt like. And then all of a sudden, I didn't hear any crying. Colt watched the whole thing. He said when she came out, she had my intestines in her hand. He was kind of like trying to no, like put that back in there. But she was kind of squeezing it. And we joked about, oh, maybe that's why Rachel couldn't poop. Like, had problems with it the last couple of months. She was like playing with them like they were all her little squishy toys, and she didn't want to be taken out. But all I remember is they took pictures with the camera because Colt had it in there. And then all of a sudden, I remember them coming over to my head, and my little girl was right there. And it was the best feeling ever. And Chaudhry was kind of holding her like this, like, "Rachel, you got a beautiful daughter." And I was like, "Aw," like, this kind of made my day. But I couldn't really cry. I could smile. I wasn't, it's not that I was paralyzed from the anesthesia, the morphine, nothing like that. It was just that I knew what was going on. I wasn't completely drugged. I could move. I think I was just more scared because and shocked that something just happened to me. I just got cut open. And I had never even had a broken bone before. I've never been cut open before. I've never had any surgeries besides my tonsils and adenoids when I was 8 years old. And I was asleep for that. There was no need to be scared because when you're a kid, you're not really afraid of anything. But they just took a knife and literally, like, cut my stomach open. It was like they cut me in half, almost. And it was scary, like, really. But after that, it was kind of something. And then once they went ahead and they cleaned out her nose, she didn't cry at first. Then when he picked her up the way he did, she started crying. They wrapped her up. During the pictures they were taking of me and her, I didn't get to hold her. I think I was more afraid to. They asked me. I don't remember them asking me, but they did, and I said no. Cole said I said no. But soon after, they took her and they put me back together, basically. I heard a little bit of a staple thing, like a staple gun was being used, but it was little plastic white staples they put on the inside to coat my cesarean back together. Then they also used glue and steri strips. But Colt followed Novelle, which was planned, and he got to carry her down the hallway to meet up with mom and dad, his mom and dad. And they said normally they don't allow that, but they allowed him to, just, unless, other than that, though, she had to be in the little nursery area, or in the little nursery car to wheel her up and down. Colt was the first one to hold her. He was the first one to be there for her. It was kind of something. And then afterwards, mom and dad came in to see me. They, after you're in there for about an hour, I was in there only for about 30, 45 minutes. The lady was with me. She had like a little needle. She was pricking me, asking me if I could feel it. She asked me to wiggle my toes. I thought for sure I was wiggling my toes. And she's like, wiggle your toes for me. I was like, I am. She goes, you are? And I said, yeah. She tickled it. And she said, can you feel that? I was like, no. My whole bottom half of me was numb. Oh, one other thing I didn't mention. Before they put their catheter in you and they lay you back to get you all set up, they put these like weird, like white, they look like marshmallows on your legs. And what they do is they suction cup you like this, just so that you don't get any blood clots while you're not moving. But they itch. Let me tell you, they itch like crazy. I had Colt sticking a plastic spoon down there trying to itch my legs because I couldn't even fit my hands in there. And it was just, I had to ask the nurse 3 times to take them off of me because I couldn't handle it anymore. But after they check you, make sure everything's going well, make sure that you're starting to get in your numbing back, they let you go. I saw mom and dad. They brought me some flowers in a little coffee cup. It was cute. And then Colt came in and sat down with me. About 20 minutes later, because Novelle had to set up to the nursery, they asked me, are you ready to see your daughter? And I said, yeah. And they brought her to me. And I could tell you right now, like, once she was crying, and once they put her in my arms, she was fine. It was like she just wanted her mommy back. And it was the best part in the whole entire world. Seeing your daughter for the first time, or even your son, is like the first time you fall in love again. It's just, it was amazing for me. Whether it's vaginal or it's C-section, it's just an amazing thing. So, but now the after part is a little weary. You get to have as many visitors as you like and such, but it's not really a place for children. It's not really a place for other adults if you don't like your privacy. It's kind of more like a you and your significant other or the closest person to you and your child kind of area and expertise.